Hey guys, it's Joe Blue back again with another episode of Filthy Hunt Cheaters. Sorry I didn't have an episode up last week. I had a friend come down from Scotland. I was busy, couldn't get the episode out or couldn't be bothered to try and fit it in. So I just didn't do it and I decided to put out the highlights reel that I should have put out the week earlier. We're going to get straight into the first clip. I am scraping the bottom of the barrel. I'm going through the last remaining clips. This might even be the last one that I have. And you know, it's not the best of clips, but we're gonna check this clip out right now and I'm gonna play the clip and comment on it afterwards. Okay, so I played the clip and let's go through some points here. So we can conclude here that he doesn't have wall hacks, right? Or he's very good at pretending he doesn't have wall hacks. Pretty sure he doesn't have wall hacks. He didn't see I was there. He didn't know I was there. I took the shot at him. The thing that makes me suspicious is, of course, that I open fire. Open fire, so it's like an upper torso shot, maybe shoulder shot. You're kind of somewhat obstructed behind these bars. The return fire after you've been shot, it's just like, it's the type of thing that's just like, it just doesn't seem human to just stand there after you've been shot and not attempt to move to cover and then repeat, to just stand there. Just to me seems like the player has no gamer sense or reactive ability, or he just knows he's got an aimbot and knows he can take the shot, right? Because why would you stand there unless you knew you were going to get the shot? The only time I'd ever take a shot, return fire, would be if I knew I couldn't get to cover and my only hope was to return fire in order to survive. That would be the only situation that I'd ever just stand there like a melon and return fire. It just reeks of somebody that has no reactive ability or game sense. Like if you get hit, you'd run for cover. It's human nature to look for your surroundings, get a better position, try and return fire from a stronger position than being exposed where you took the shot from, right? Just to stand there, return fire is always very suspicious. And you know, maybe that was a little bit of unfortunate timing that I decided to sprint forward just as the guy literally sidesteps and takes the shot there. I'm just going to say what it looks like, that's all I can do. It looks like the guy's locked on shooting me where I was, right? Not where I currently am. Like he's locked onto me. Right? So I'm actually there, right? So he's locked onto me where I was when I was just peeking there, which would suggest that this guy's lagging, right? He's ping abusing, basically. He's ping abusing. It's like he locks. You see like his gun go up. It's like he locks to me, but it's like he's not locked onto me. He looks like he's aiming and shooting where I was when I was behind the thing, which means technically this is a miss because he's not really shooting me where I am. So again, it would be like ping abuse, aimbot is locked on to where my character previously was. So it's a little bit weird. I don't know why it always looks like people aren't aimed on me and aren't shooting me where I currently am when you get these suspicious plays. And a lot of people just like, oh, but he's missing, so he can't be using an aimbot. That's always the argument. Now, I'll just say this as a logical argument. If average people will miss a lot of their shots at range most of the time. So if you were going to be toggling your cheats on and off, the one time you'll probably be toggle them off and shoot legit will be when you're at range and it's not likely they're going to return fire and kill you. That'd be one way you hide it. So you would attempt to aim legit, and after you've met your quota of misses, then you toggle the aimbot on and then you take the shot and get the shot. That way it would look legitimate. That would be the common way in which a person who is using an aimbot would hide their aimbot. They would attempt to allow the opportunity for their opponent to kill them at range, knowing that it's not likely to happen against a legitimate player. Feels like he's locked onto it. When I look at it, those last two shots feel like he's locked on and it's not legit. But there is like lag in Spectate, and I'm pretty much convinced that the lag in Spectate exists to hide people with an aimbot. I'm convinced that that's why it's there. Otherwise, why not just make the Spectate better and less laggy and more accurate so that we can better see what's happening? But it just seems like Crytek is always attempting to obfuscate cheaters and cheating. Okay, so check the dude's profile. He's a 5-star and he's called Got You Good. That sounds like a cheating name if I ever heard one. Got You Good sounds like a cheating name. He's got a KD of 214, a little bit sus. We've got an account here, minimum 100 games, 12-year-old account. He's got 1,000 hours in Hunt Showdown. He's just that good at the game, innit? He's just that good. And then his info here says he's VAC banned in COD, Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2. But he's basically saying he's been VAC banned. I mean, you say, but he's just trolling. He's just trolling. This is a person who he has the name of a cheater, and the way in which his initial reaction where he got shot, just stood there like a melon, and then just returned fire, reeks of somebody with an aimbot, because your instinct would be to run. Because your instincts would be different if you had an aimbot. You wouldn't behave the same as somebody who didn't have an aimbot, because when you got hit in the open, would be immediately panicked, would be immediately rattled, and would run for cover, and you'd only return fire if you had to. And if you had to return fire, you're going to be firing under pressure. That's going to affect your ability to aim, because that's what happens with real human players. You are affected by the things that happen. Tense situations can make you throw your aim or make mistakes, but these people always seem to just stand there like complete friggin' melons and then just return fire and get really accurate shots that either kill you or do lots of damage. That's it for this episode, guys. I know you're probably thinking it's a little bit of a scraping the bottom of the barrel, but it pretty much is. So I don't know if the guy's cheating for certain. It's a little bit, you could say, here and there, but the guy's basically admitting that he's a cheater in his profile. So the behavior that I saw in game made me think he was a cheater. The way in which he was just missing shots and then just happens to get a really good shot, it seems like the methodology of a cheater to hide you toggling on and off your aimbot, and then his profile basically admits he's a cheater. So what am I supposed to think? It seems like the guy's a cheater, innit? But most people would assume based off of the footage that it's pretty weak footage to determine if somebody's a cheater, but the guy's self-admitting, he's self-exposing himself as a cheater. He's got the name of a cheater, got you good, that's a cheater name. He's admitting that he's a cheater, and he's got behavior that would lean and support the idea that he is cheating. Even if you think the video clips itself don't seem that sus, it doesn't seem super sus, but the evidence for the behavior of him cheating is there, and he is admitting to it, and he has the name that a cheater would use in it. Got you good is definitely a name that a cheater would call themselves. So that's it for this episode, guys. GG's, peace, laters.
Look, there comes one of them now.